Enjoy the show today. Welcome back in. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Yes, sirree. Welcome back into our channel. Yes, this is our channel. Thanks for coming back in. Hope you enjoy the show. What can I say about the name of this title, bud? It is hot, folks. Yep, it is hot. 95 degrees. Humidity is relatively low. Got a decent wind, which reminds me I got to put on the wind block. Yeah, we got a pretty good breeze out here today, so let me make sure to get this wind block on before I go over here and do some fishing. Get these rods out and I'll come check that chat, okay? You guys enjoy the show today. Got a can of corn, got 50 night crawlers, and there's 30 smaller worms. I just got to keep this thing roasting out here in this heat. We're just on the edge of the shade line. I mean, this spot will get catered relatively quickly. You guys enjoy the show today. Man, it is a hot one, folks. It's hot. Yeah, there's another guy fishing down there. He's sitting up there in his car. Only one dumb enough to come out here and fishing this stuff. We did get about I think it's about 50 night crawlers, about 30 smaller ones. Some of them aren't so big, some of them are. Hopefully be good enough to work these guys into hitting better than our last trip. We were using store-bought worms yesterday, and those things, as you guys know, they don't work so good down here. They get bites, just fish wind up, just messing with them until they get them off. There's a big one. That's one of our big slime worms. I've been raising these guys. They already laid their eggs, so it's time to harvest the nice one. Yeah, down here. I'm just gonna go in here, relatively shallow. Yeah, I'm gonna work on the camera and everything while as the shade pushes down, because you're right in the edge of the shade line. I should push her back a little bit more, but I don't know about the view. I'm gonna look at it here. Bit of a late start today. I wasn't sure if I was going to get out at all. We've been streaming for 5 or 6 days straight, folks. So it could be tiresome. Exhausting is the more appropriate term. Not tiresome, because I love doing it. And a lot of the times, even when I'm not streaming, I'm down here sitting on the river, just enjoying the nice cool air. Got one rod out or something. Messing around. That's why you'll see a lot of short feeds when I'm like, MBP live night. Just out there fishing. Alright, two rods out. Probably should throw this one in the middle. Kind of a that big weight will hold out here. Unfortunately, it's so big that it doesn't. Fish really don't like it. We do have some regular night crawlers. We also have worms. We also have some big old night crawlers. So bed worms and everything to kind of work these guys into hitting today. And that's one of our big guys. That sucker's a foot long. It's about 10 inches actually. Pretty long. All right. Day's on. I gotta make sure I keep my lid on my sucker today. I do not want to leave that lid off. That's the problem with these rods are holding fine. This one's gonna knock me. So probably be better over here for the camera. I'll look at it here. I just set her up. Let me get on as quick as I could. Kind of reading the current. He's ripping down here. That means he's going to stabilize right at the edge of the rock. It'll be okay. I'll have to reset that camera because I don't think you guys are quite right. Be on a little different camera angle, but I kind of like the idea of the rod pointing this way. That way you guys are in the shade and yeah, I think that'll work better. Let's push this back just a little bit to the right. Well, to your left, my right. If I put it to the left, you'll be in the water. Let's see if I can get this camera angle just a little bit better. Yeah, we're just getting started, folks. I'm not happy with this camera angle, so I'm gonna kind of fiddle with her just a minute here. I think that'll do us better, folks. Yeah, I think that will do us better. I like that better. Yep. That way you guys are in partial shade. And yep. All right, let's get into that chat. What's going on? Hope you guys enjoy the show today. Get our tablet on. See what's going on in chat. Always has to go to a commercial. Here we go, folks. Here we go. She is slow today. Dang. I just pressed the link to the live stream and she just stopped. Dang. Are we online and all? Yeah, cellular data is on. Getting a lot of crap in here on the side. Right on that middle rod. I don't know what's wrong with this thing today. It's got a signal. 4 out of 5 bars. It won't turn on. Really? Okay, let's blast her down. Try that again. And here we are. Yep, here we are finally, folks. I don't know why I was doing that. Come on. This thing is slow today. We're working on it, folks. Trying to get this tablet to work. Jeez. She's freaking slow. I got 5 bars out of 5G here. I don't know what the heck is wrong with it. Cellular data's on. Really? Alright, here we go, folks. Here we go. And Rich, what's going on? How you doing today, Rich? Rich says get him. And Gaza. How you doing today, Gaza? Gaza says hello from the UK. See Emro. How you doing today, Emro? Emro says, glad you're out, MVP. Looks like another hot one on the mighty muddy Mississippi. Yeah, it's about 95 out here today, folks. Going up. Yep, the heat index is 106. That about sounds right. Let's see if Randy, what's going on? How you doing today, Randy? Randy says, Mike, MVP afternoon, brother. Randy says, yep, double tap that screen for me. Double tap, double tap, double tap. See 23 people in it, 7 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I think we could be pointed down a little bit more. We're up a little high, so let me point her down just a smidgen. And the rods are right on the edge of the camera feed, so. And that should serve us just a little bit better. That looks better. Yeah, we're just getting started, folks. You guys enjoy the show today. Alright, we're looking good for our camera angles, our signal quality looks okay. Alright, let's see what's going on. Sergey, what's going on? How you doing, Sergey? It says, greetings, Mike. Have a nice day. Press the like button. And ran off to work. I got you, my friend. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you Hope you come back soon. Yeah, obviously for some reason it doesn't like to come in down here. So we might be in a dead zone right here. I don't know why. It might be some chunk of iron or something buried in the sand. Interesting. That's interesting why she won't load up so good over here. If I move over there, it's fine. Very interesting. Looks like something else tore all that bait off. Yeah, if you don't get a bite in a couple minutes, folks, down here on the river, you might as well recast. Chances are something got the bait off already. Yeah, that bait's going on that one, folks. Unfortunately, this one's getting in the way of the other rod, as I thought. So I'm gonna have to kind of click her in closer. That's still about 8 or 10 feet of water right there. We dropped about another. Okay, so our rock bait was right up here. I moved her back down about, so we dropped another 8 or 10 inches. Yeah, this river's going down, folks. She's going down fast. Let me get another worm or two on this medium rod. That was a, I didn't even see that bite, folks. Kind of worries me when I get bites I don't even see. Most of that bait's gone. Just a tiny, tiny little piece left. See if we can go work some big blue or something like that. Let's see a couple big ones back here. This is the right bait for sure. Big old night crawler. Cut up a couple times on that hook. Increases that scent pretty heavily. We're right on the edge of where the water drops off here. So right to the right over here it gets deep, and then it gets shallow real quick here. So we're right on that edge. That's why I like to fish in this particular spot. Or over there and cast over here. And now I only do that if the water's kind of raising, because if I fish over here, I tend to get snagged when the water's raising. Don't ask me why. Sergey says hello, everyone. Randy says hello, Sergey. Randy says Sergey. And Yoshi, how you doing today, Yoshi? Yoshi says MBPFishing. Yoshi says Rhino. Randy says Yoshi. 25 people in, 10 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys enjoy the show today. That's right on the big rod. Whoa, dude. What do we got? That was on night crawler. What we got? We got a big grassy. That's on a big hook, so hopefully I can manhandle this fish. Ah. Oh, yeah, big grass carp, folks. Monster. Man, if I hadn't had my big rod, I wouldn't be able to get the fish anywhere near this tank this quickly. Another bite on another rod, too, while I'm trying to get this one in. I'm going to have to get these other two rods out of the way fast, especially this one. This one right here close. Man, this is a big 15, 20 pounder, folks. Gotta have good legs to hold on to a fish this big. Even on our big old Mad Cat series rod. This is gonna be a big one, folks. Yeah, she's trying to pull her in. And we've got that on a one-odd hook, folks. So. All right, I'm not even gonna attempt this with my Colonel Quink lens. I don't want to tear this fish up. There is a good spot right here, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Might have to move the camera a little bit. Like there's a nice little partial blood rock spot here. And now I wish I was in the other direction. Yeah, that's a 15. Now it's put on quite a 20, but a big one. Yeah, you know this fish is gonna go Looney Tunes when I get her in here. Put some pressure on her, see if we can get her in. Hopefully she's tied her foot out. Yeah, oh yeah, that could be near 20. I'm not gonna go 20 on this one. 15 easy. We're just letting her do her thing. Fire her butt out. Man, this is gonna be tough. You know I'm gonna be wearing this fish when I'm done. Yeah, I just got her right in the lip, folks. Jeez, man, that's a thicket. What it might actually be easier for me to do it over here. Actually, land over here. All the rods in the way. Alright, let's try this. There's actually a little bit of sand doing right in one spot. So let me get this last rod out of the way. Really? Just a line here. Alright, another rod out of the way. Yeah, there's a little bit of sand here, so I think this is going to serve us well. Once I get her in here and shallow, do it. Yeah, see her good bank right there? I can't get her up anymore. She's too big, even for the 20-pound test. I'm going to have to get her in a run going the other direction. I don't want to grab this line. Get a hold of the fish. Come on, girl. Come on, big girl. I won't have her. That's how you guys come in here to watch these battles groups. And I got her right in the jaw, too. He's realized he's in trouble now. Don't worry, buddy. I'm going to get you back in the water. The hook is out. The hook is out, folks. He don't like it. It sounds too touched. Let's see if I can get this brewed up to show you guys. Dang, just give it up, man. Show you off. Then put you back in the water. Jeez. Well, if I wasn't wet, I am now. Got cat messed up. All muddy up and through. You gotta get her in the right grip because we don't want to hurt her. Alright. We got her, folks. We got her. I don't know if we wanted her, but we got her. Woo! She might have gotten us a little bit too there, folks. Oh, that is a nice first fish, folks. Awesome fish. Yeah, that'll go between 15 and 20. I'll go about 16 on her. Definitely a river monster, my friends. Yeah, because I took my time and I took her over to the sand area, a scale missing on this fish. Gorgeous fish, folks. You see how I grab them underneath the belly, support their lower abdomen? That way I don't hurt those fish. Take the stress off them while I'm showing them off to you guys. Man, that is a big one, folks. Check that guy out. Gotta love it. I love it, my friends. And man, he's tightening up. Ooh. Yep, I know what that means. Check that guy out, folks. Wow, that's a great first fish. Yeah, I'll go between, I'll probably go 16 on her, so. Not a 20, but getting there. All right, girl. Back in the water. Go do whatever it is you do. There you go. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Woo, doggy. I know I saw the things yesterday. Just they wouldn't hit those store-bought worms. Have fun. Let's do it again. I was on my big weight, folks. That was like in the middle of friggin' nowhere. Oh, yeah. Alright. One rod back out. The other two just need to cast it back out. I just need to get bait on this big old cat rod. I tell you what, that Mad Cat Series rod comes in handy, folks. He definitely comes in handy. Whew. I like it. I love it. Oh, what's some more of it? Wow, that's ragged. Yeah. And stuck in a rock. There we go. No doubt about that fish. That fish wanted that night crawler. Popped it, kept on going. Woo! And that's the difference between store-bought and freshly dug, folks. Those ones out here, they've been pecking on it, messing with it. That sucker, he just, ooh, that tastes good. That's mine. All right. Trying to be too quick here, and I've seen what I'm doing. Yeah, them guys are fortunately got to put it into the skate. I can feel that soil heating up. Wires wrapped. It wasn't too far out. I was like about mid-range. Let me get my curl hook on back on. I'll come check that cat loop. Man, it could have taken us 20 minutes to land that fish without a big cat rod. All right. Back in the chat here and see what's going on. You guys are enjoying the show today. Let's see, Randy says fish on. And Rogan says nice, man. And Dorothy, how you doing today, Dorothy? Dorothy says hello, Mike. Stay hydrated out there. Yep, I got a soda over here, but it's non-caffeinated. It's what is it? Grape flavored best. Grape flavored 7-Up. And it's on ice. Let's see, Rogan, what's going on? How you doing today, Rogan? Rogan says hi. Yoshi says Dorothy. Dorothy says Yoshi. Rogan says everyone like him out. See Yvonne, how you doing, Yvonne? Yvonne says that's a monster. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, that was a brood and a half, folks, fighting that sucker. Woo! If I wasn't sweating before, I am now. Let's see, Otto, how you doing today, Otto? Otto says nice catch. And Rogan says, come on, you guys. Like him out, brother. Otto says, get him, get your net. I didn't bring it. Let's see, and Flava, how you doing today, Flava? Flava says he's number 19. Flava says hi. 56 people in and 28 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. By the way, happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hunting fish rent. What are you fishing for? With night crawlers down here on the mighty muddy Mississippi, sky's the limit. Let's see, common species down here are buffalo, grass carp, common carp, channel catfish, blue cat, freshwater drum, sturgeon, stripers, and white bass. And a few skipjack mixed in. Says hi, Flava. Hunting says hi. Adrian says MBPFishing. How you doing today, Adrian? Logan says, holy crap, nice man. Adrian says Dorothy. Dorothy says hi, Adrian. And Flava says, at the Moose, just popping in to, I guess you're at the store. Okay, I got you. Adrian says Randy. Flava says Dorothy. Dorothy says, great catch, Mike. Thank you, my friend. Let's see. Randy says Dorothy. Randy says Adrian. The Logan says, let's go. Flava says MCDS. Rogan says, nice man. Thank you, my friend. Let's see, Juan. How you doing, my Juan? Juan says, beautiful grass carp. Yeah, they are, too, folks. I really love to catch those guys. Especially when I've got a big rod to be able to land those guys. Flava says, holy moly. He says, beautiful fish. Rogan says, nice carp. Thank you, Rogan. And Arnold, how you doing today, Arnold? Arnold says, hello, everyone. Arnold says, very good. Let's see, and Andy says, nice. Thank you, my friend. He says, hi, Arnold. Then Richard says, sweet. Arnold says, yep, 1 meter long, definitely. Let's see, H-Day, how you doing, H-Day? H-Day says hi. Arnold says, hey, Dorothy. And Spunky, how you doing today, Spunky? Spunky says hi, MVP. He says hi, Spunky. Spunky says hi, sis Dorothy. Logan says hello, brother. Arnold says Spunky. Spunky says Arnold. And Spawn, how you doing today, Spawn? Spawn says hello, everyone. Hello from Hungary. Good grip, 1901. Logan says hi. And Lou, how you doing today? Lou the chicken dude. How you doing today, my friend? Chicken dude says hi. And Taki. Taki says hi. And Kate. How you doing today, Kate? Kate says hi. Arnold says Spawn, hey. All right, 66 incredible people in it, 29 thumbs up. Awesome, my friends. All right, let's get back to the fishing. There's a peck bite on that one down here while I was kind of watching those rods. I saw this one pecking down here. I'm trying to try to set these rods up so that I've got a potential to reach to each one if they hit lightly. That way I've got a chance to get to the rod if they're hitting lightly or not. That last one, there was no differentiating that bite. That was like, you know. Our first cast out here was our medium rod. We got a bite. Oh, that's casting a bite. Ah, that makes sense. That's why I didn't get a bite on her. Muck on there. Gunk. Crud. Yeah, fish don't like that stuff on their food. You gotta get that crap off the hook. That's just floating, like, I don't know what you call it, weeds and roots and other type of stuff. We are upriver from a granary, folks, so a lot of that debris will float down from up there. I want a small micro on here. I still got a big one on here. So just kind of tip that with a smaller one. And make sure that's got a fresh scent to her. I did throw in a couple handfuls of corn. That always helps down here, folks. It always does. Believe me, you can sit down here for a week with bait. And just throwing one handful of corn in will, I threw a handful there, a handful there, and a handful there. So downriver, right where we are, and a little bit upriver. Go out a little deeper. out there. That was on our Big Mad Cat series, folks. So that's a good one to have on. I'm actually rather glad she hit the Big Mad Cat series. Ooh, doggy, that would have been a tough one on our smaller rod. And we're just getting started, folks. That was our first cast on our Big Mad Cat series, so on our big rod. Says hello, Spawn. Arnold says hello, everyone. And Honeycut, how you doing today, Honeycut? Honeycut says hi. Arnold says 2205. I got you, my friend. And that was a fight and a half, folks. That definitely shows they're active out here. And I guarantee you, as fast as I got that fish in, I did not spook the other ones, because they usually travel in schools. So there'll be like 7 or 8 in each school in waters like this, and like, don't get them out of that spot quickly, you can spook the other ones. Yeah, we got in a lot of nice together on the other rod. Our rod this is our little $10 Ozark Trail combo here, folks. It's a good reel. Got that stupid line attached. Got that stuff off there quick to get her on the way, and it's still got it on there. Get that crap off there. Come on, guys. I know you're here. I was expecting on it pretty good. It feels like a little blue cat. It felt like maybe a buffalo. Do not shy away from that big wave. That's wave. Usually they don't go for those bigger waves, but he didn't care. It's getting hot out here, folks, so they are not shying away from food. These grassies, they love hot temperatures. Same thing with the buffalo down here. Same thing with the blue cat. I've caught them, and honestly, people always say they catch they don't catch like blue cat and flathead when it's hot out. I do. And it could be 100 degrees down here, and I'm still catching decent size ones. Come on, big guy. I know you're here. And it was a heck of a first fish, folks. I did not even expect that either. I really didn't. I did not expect that at all. I've been seeing them out here. It's just I haven't been able to get one to hit recently. That one does. There was no playing with it. I got a little phlegm in my throat. I don't know what's up. I forgot to set about that. See, I'm Patricia. How you doing today, Patricia? Patricia says, I hope you catch a bass. There are some stripers and white bass down here, actually. It's about the time where they'll start showing up as soon as the sand starts showing up on the shoreline. Let's see, Princess. How you doing today, Princess? Says, check out Japan Import Tackle. I got you, my friend. See, Patricia asks you what bait do you use? See, right now we're just fishing with night crawlers. Now we do use cut bait sometimes. Just garden variety store-bought worm. Garden variety freshly dug worm. No store-bought, folks. Yeah, these guys are just garden variety guys. Little red worms, big night crawlers, just what I can dig up in my worm beds. I do raise these guys on corn, grain, and soybeans, so they're actually very healthy. They can take these 100-degree temperatures out here and still not die. Assuming I don't keep them in the sun, because 120 degrees in the sun, yeah, and anything's gonna croak in those temperatures. See 46 people in it, seeing 35 thumbs up, awesome folks. See fun, says hi Arnold. If you're wondering and you're new to the channel, we're down here on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River in St. Louis, Missouri. Alright, look at you, good folks. I can man this chat just like this. In fact, I should probably set her up even closer. Like, right? That was me, folks. No bite. That was just me. He's fun, says hi, Dorothy. That way we can read that chat as well. Come on, guys. I know you're here. Ah, you little thinker. Ooh, that felt pretty good. That was either a couple pounds wrong or I don't know. It wasn't little baby blue. He was holding on to the end of the worm, and when I pulled back, I actually got some weight behind her. Biting that one. There's a big old barge going by. That's a triple decker. It's actually not that big. They go, biggest they'll go down here is 6. Yeah, they'll go up to 6 down here. Yeah, that's probably loading up big old amounts of corn, grain, soybean, shipping that all over the world, all over the country. That'll go by train and that'll go everywhere. Bringing it in and shipping it out. And it's got the top on it, so it's definitely corn or something. And they gotta have those tops on them to keep the moisture from getting into those things. Okay, guys, I know you're here. Like you got a lot of that. They're good when they want to try to get that worm off. They're pretty good at it. Pretty good folks. Johnny Lamb, what's going on? How you doing today, Johnny Lamb? Johnny Lamb says, what's up, MVP? Let's see here. Rather Be Fishing. How you doing today, Rather Be Fishing? Rather Be Fishing says hi. Back message. Nancy Dorothy says hi, Johnny. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. I know you're here, folks. I know they're here. Just gotta be patient. I just should have extended the sock base that way instead of down this way. Yeah, this is pretty much just all rock bank. It's not going to get a rod holder into this stuff. I mean, I've seen people take those metal rod holders and bang them into the ground for 20 minutes and not even get them in. The best thing to do is just build up a rock base. You can't really set that far from your rod. Unfortunately, if you set like back there or something, you're going to lose the rod. It's a good thing if you got like a volunteer or something, a good one that can set up. And maybe that cushion down here will be fine. Dang. I'm trying to check the big rod here in a second. What's going on with her? That's the good thing about the 20-pound test. You can get her off. Right? One of the bad things about getting snagged, obviously, is the back of the point of the bait. Checking on that one again. Alright, Johnny says I go. This Flavor says, I forgot, guys. Where's the location? I have one of my friends asking me. Okay, this is the mighty, muddy Mississippi River down in St. Louis, Missouri. It's a spot called Riverfront Trail. This location goes about about, I'm not sure the exact distance, but from Columbia Bottoms, the confluence of the Mississippi River, Missouri River, all the way up to the Arch. So Riverfront Trails is an extremely large trail. We're about a quarter of a mile upriver from the Arch in St. Louis. So basically, the bridge down there, folks, you can, when you drive into Illinois, you can pretty much see this location. It's that close to the Arch. If you go that way about a quarter of a mile, you'll hit the Arch. I don't mind telling folks, there's massive amounts of shoreline down here to fish, so no problem finding a location to fish if you want to come out and try. If someone's fishing a spot that I usually fish, then I just move down 100, 250, whatever yards, fish that location. Let's see, Dorothy says St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you so much. Yep, we're down on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River. As I said, about a quarter of a mile upriver from the Arch in St. Louis. 45 people in it, seeing 40. 41 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Those are pretty dang good numbers. Davis says Dorothy. Latonya, how you doing, Latonya? Latonya says, hey, MVP, what's good? Hello, everyone. Doing pretty good. Got one big old grass carp. I'm gonna go about 16 pounds on that one. For answering his question, down on the what location we were at. Latonya says, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Great to hear, Latonya. Latonya says, wow, nice catch. Dorothy says, well, hello, Latonya. Yeah, that was the first cast in our big Mad Cat series rod. Latonya says, hey, Dorothy. And I'll just put my backup channel in here. That way I can keep the experience point. Yep. Yeah, those experience points add up for free jewels, so make sure to comment, like, and share. See, the one that says you're always catching something good up out there in the feed. Thank you, my friend. It's I just think like part of it's luck, part of it's like I'm too stubborn to quit most of the time. That's why I don't want to. That was really lightly texting on it. I was almost wobbling that shit. What those buffalo usually do. Wobble that shit very lightly. Oh, yep. Dolphins repeat very, very lightly. Come on, get it. Come on. I can feel him pecking on it. doesn't have the bait in his mouth. He's kind of moving up to it and mouthing it. There's him, this little thing, very, very, very light. Yeah. Hit it hard enough to pick up that weight. I'd have to put on one of my bell weights. This one seems to be drifting a little bit. It's fine for the smaller rod if that, like that. It drifts a little bit, but our medium one, I kind of want it to set on the bottom majority of the time. Of that bait off, not even pulling it. Look at that, one little piece of worm left. Dang. Alright, let's see what's going on in the chat here. I missed this a little bit here. Oh, here we are. Let's see, Carly, how you doing, Carly? Carly says, hi, Mike, everyone. I'm going fishing today, too. Hope anyone out there is fishing is having some good luck. Wish me luck. All right, good luck, Carly. Hope you catch a monster, my friend. See you, Tina. How you doing today, Tina? Says, hello, everyone. What's one that says, hey, hi, Carly. See you, Dota. How you doing today, Dota? Dota says MVP. Dota says Latonia. See, Tina says hi, Dota. Tina says, best of luck to you, Carly. Dota says Carly. See, Dorothy says hi, hello, Carly. See, Dota says Tina. Dota says hi, Latonia. See, Dota says Dorothy. Tony says Dota. See, Dorothy says hello, Dota. Dota says hi, Dota. See, Carly says hi, Dorothy. And Dota says Leva. See, Dorothy says hello, Tina. Dota says hi, Tina. Carly says Dan. Dave. Dota says, Carly, you fishing today? Carly says, yes, I am. She says, Dorothy. Dorothy says, you going live. She says, good luck, Carly. Carly says, probably not. Well, you can always take a picture or two if you catch anything and put it on a short feed. Carly says, thank you, Tina. And Dota's laughing his butt off. He says, I'm good today. How are you? Doing good, my friend. We've already caught one big grass carp. He says, you're welcome. He says, hello, Dota. He says, thank you, Dorothy. He says, better get a portable charger. Yeah, if you're going to go live feed, you really do need some kind of a portable battery extender. Now, it doesn't have to be that much. That'll bite on the big rod. Like a little $2 one from the, $10 one from the gas station will do you. Oh, he says, oh yeah, definitely will. Oh, he says, 3 more likes. Show some love and your support. Let's get 50. Thank you for supporting MBP Fishing. Awesome, my friend. I see 30 people in it, seeing 47 thumbs up. Get the 3 more till we make 100, my friend. Let's get some more bait on here and get back out there. Yeah, with a bite on a big rod, something popped that hard. That's a very heavy duty tip. For that tip to move, it's got to be something. Now, that's the difference between store-bought and garden variety worms, folks, when you come to getting bites. See a minute again? Not that hard. Again. Nice hot. Find the other rod over here now. This bird is ripping today, folks. To be honest, the better angle would be back there. But unfortunately, that bank is like, yep, I hate that bank over there with rubber. It's all like big old chunk rocks. There's nothing to really get any kind of balance on. You're gonna dig a spot in the rocks and hope you don't get into a snake. Down here, they stay back there. It's shaded back there. They got all their food back there. Stay back there. Come on. It was hitting it when it was ripping, man. Out about more. Yeah, here again. He probably says, okay, my friends, much love. I got to go drag my stuff over to the pond. I'll be back in a little bit. Awesome, my friend. Again, good luck. Man, they're being a nuisance down there. I'm going to have to cut down the worm side. That was pecking on it hard. He pecked on it for a few seconds until he got the tip of that worm off, and then he started popping. He knew I was going to set the hook on him. That's okay, folks. We can hook the worm better. I usually leave this dangling real good, but if it's going to be like that, I'm going to have to hook the worm better. I really do need a bell weight on this one. It seems to be drifting too much right now. Again, worry that worm off. They're good, folks. They are good. We're gonna have to cut our worm amount down. These guys are being a nuisance today. I'm sure there's some big common carp and grass carp back here. Probably some nice blue cat or channel or flathead. Usually some good ones back here when the water's like this. Having a little difficulty holding right now. That line is just drifting fast. This one's already drifted in too. There's a fish on there. Oops. That one's been clean. I thought I saw a couple bites on her. I thought I saw a couple bites on this one. See what I can do to get this so they can't get that bait on. I'm gonna take that straight up the head until I get it way up there past the weight bait holder. Nip that off. Man, you guys are really gonna have to do this. On there like that. Completely covers that hook. There's nowhere they can grab that without getting that some part of that hook in their mouth. Now, whether or not they grab where the point is a big deal, but it's good. But you feel like you snag, you feel like you're bouncing pretty good. Why is that? it's fine. Leave it where it is. You gotta stop messing. Why do that? I don't like to look at that. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more. By the time I just realize that half the day's gone. Probably better. I need a little bit bigger weight on this one. Either that or a bell weight. Something kind of slowly drag that bottom as opposed to rolling down on it like the bullet weights do, the egg weights do. I'm gonna have to probably find a bell in my bag. I haven't had to use them much. Got one on my big rod because it's holding a heavier current. Gotta have something to hold it a little bit better. All 2 rods are back out. Check that cat. What's going on? Princess, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Says, hope everyone's having a great, wonderful day. Dorothy says, thank you, Red Bull. When it says thank you, Princess. And Doda says Princess. And let's see, Locked Up Drag Fishing. How you doing, Locked Up? Locked Up says get on Mike. When it says 50 likes. And support MBPFishing. And Adam, how you doing today, Adam? Adam says good luck, MVP. Let's go. Let's see, Doda says Locked Up. Let's see, Locked Up says hey, Adam. 40 incredible people, and let's see, and 58 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Oh, guys, I know you're here. Gotta be patient with them. In fact, I might have to put a bigger weight on that one. Something's going to hold off there a little bit better. I don't really want to do it. Whenever I get a bite, the force of that fish knocks that weight right off the bottom and starts drifting again. I want to kind of hold. So let's see what I got in my box. Nothing in this one. Probably in my bag, actually. I need a slightly bigger weight on this one rod. Latonia says, subscribe to the channel for more fishing content. Set your notifications so you won't miss MBPFishing is live. Thank you, Latonia. I appreciate that, my friend. That's a pretty good hopping on a big rod. Man, I should have been over there, folks. Man, that was a hook setting moment there. Thanks. I was just off of that one. And they always seem to know when you're trying to do something. See, Ad says, Locked Up Drag, hello. I'm gonna need a bigger weight on this new rod. I'm just gonna find one in here. See, that might be too big. That's a 2 ounce. I need about an ounce. Still hitting on that one over there. Hopefully I can find one in here. You're a big edge there, big enough, but I really don't want to mess with a big edge ball right now. rods still. 2 ounces, probably too big. I know where it is. Oh, let's check our box. Anything in here? Sometimes I'll put weights in here, mostly usually at places. That's a 3 ouncer. I don't know what that's doing in my box. I wouldn't even use that. Not down here. Not enough current to use a 3 ounces of weight. I'm pretty sure I had a weight. 1 ounce. I can find it. Oh, yep, there's one. I knew I had one in here somewhere. Woohoo! Found one, folks. Yeah, that's exactly 1 ounce. He's still hitting that one rod too over there. He's kind of playing with it. Maybe this one I can hold a little bit better right here. He's just not holding with that hook today. Just take some quick retide. Fine. Put the whole weight back in the thing so it'll lose it. And put on our 1 ounce. Tie her back on. Assuming that's big enough to wear that. I don't want that slipping through the swivel through the eye of the weight. Give me just a second here, folks. We're retying this weight. Putting a little bit bigger wet, that is that. Most of that one was gone. They are just carrying this one off. As you guys know, we had a big buffalo yesterday and had him get off on us late in the feed. That was me that time. That should hold out there. That's a 1 ounce. That's a bell, so it should. It should be forced to slide it instead of roll down the current. Now also open up a lot more area for the cast with my our little Ozark Trails rod. More potential to get a little grass carp or common carp or buffalo down here in the shallows. Every once in a while, folks, even down here, with the wind blowing, you can actually feel the heat coming from the city down here. Every once in a while, that air will feel like it's coming out of an oven. Probably gassing that out that that rock face just in right about there. Even that is having holding. Let's see, it's still bouncing. I was getting a bite on it. Thanks, but got a lot of that bait off the channel, yeah? Even as good as I hit that worm. Like after that first peck bite, you just nibble on the end of it. Okay, folks, we'll compensate by putting a couple smaller red ones back on here. This is a one-odd hook. The reason why I can land those those bigger ones. Now, on these smaller rods, I've got number 10 bait hooks. This big rod, I've got a 1-aught bait hook. It's a big hook. Big hook. Put both rods back out and set. Back into the jet. What's going on? I see Jennifer, what's going on? How you doing today, Jennifer? Jennifer says, "Ooh, what are we fishing for?" Let's see our potential species down here. From most common to rare. Let's see. Right now, freshwater drum are the most common. We also are getting blue cat. Let's see, grass carp, buffalo, channel catfish, flathead catfish. Let's see, they start getting more rare, like sturgeon, stripers, white bass, and skipjack herring. Yeah, the most common down here is freshwater drum. We're using garden variety night crawlers, just freshly dug. See, Abby, what's going on? How you doing today, Abby? Abby says, hi, Jennifer. Abby says, good luck. Says, hey, Jennifer. So he says, I don't know what the target fish is. Yeah, there are a lot of different species down here. Pretty much, I'll take anything that's going to hit my rod. Yep, we caught one fish today, Abby. If someone wants to put up one big grass carp, I'll make sure to pin that. That's probably about a 16-pound grass carp. And he says, I'm excited to count fishing for you. He says, good luck, Mike. Abby says, I'm doing good. Abby says, so we fishing for everything, pretty much. That way you can't get viable rods. I had that one. Man. So what happened there, folks, was one was hitting the bar rod out there, making my lighter rod bounce. Even with this 1 ounce, it can pull all the way down. Stayed out there deeper, but I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna be able to throw her out as deep as I wanted to go out. We're gonna get this right, folks. As soon as I find the proper angle to hold these rods. Now my big rod's in a good spot. I got that one set pretty good. My middle rod's in a good. My far rod's in a good spot. It is also set in a good spot. Just I gotta get this medium rod set right. The way that was handling, she was holding right about out there. So I just cast her. If I cast her up any further, she's just gonna drift anyway. So I cast her right about there. That should hold good. I was gonna bite on both rods. Unfortunately, it was just one bite and it was hitting the other rod. Yeah, I can feel that heat. Wow. It's like an oven every once in a while. You'll get a cool breeze come off the water and then suddenly it'll impact on it. When you will think of it. It did. Got it. Oh, it's called a grass carp, Abby. It's just like your grass that you mow your lawn, except carp is added to it. So let's see. Fishing Game, how you doing, Fishing Game? Fishing Game says hi. See, Abby says I did it. Says welcome in. Smash that like button. That's called a grass carp. Grasscarp. Yeah, I'll spell it out for you so you can put it in. There you go. If you put that in, I'll pin it for you. Abby says thank you. Just put that in, and I'll pin that for you. And thank you, LaTanya. I see Survival. What's going on? How you doing, Survival? You got it right that time, Abby. There we go. Oh, that was a hop and a half. Try to pull it in. Hey, you could have been over here for it. Yeah, he says, LaTanya says Survival. He says you're welcome. Again, thank you, Abby. Oh yeah, there are kinds of fish I've never even heard of before. Just down here on this particular part of the river, there's at least 20 different common species, and another 8 or 10 that are quite rare, but you still see them. That's just down here. I mean, I can go grass carp, common carp, buffalo carp. Well, 2 different kind of buffalo. You got long nose and short nose buffalo. You got 3 different species of gar down here: short nose, long nose, and alligator gar. Let's see, flathead. Oh boy, yeah, I'm not even gonna start with. I could go on forever trying to remember them things. Pretty good pop out there. Let's see what he did. And that held out there exactly where I wanted it that time. That was perfect. And it looks like it got most of that bait off. Thanks. Those stickers, they're good, folks. They're freaking good. That rod just pecked once. Pop that hard once. Most of that bait gone. Right now, a little bit too far to the right. Lift that up a little bit, and then drop in there. I think we're set now, folks. I've got all 3 rods. I seem to be holding them right where I want them to hold. I have to use a little bit bigger weight than I'm comfortable with using. I would rather be using a ½ ounce, but a ½ ounce doesn't seem to be holding today. So with the water up as high as it is up in Westall, they probably got the dam wide open to get a lot of that water out. We've had a massive amount of rain in the past couple of weeks. They want that stuff to dry up a little bit. The crop might actually be drowning. That's holding, well, like that. That's that, right about like that. Come on, those things hit it. Sleeping. worked out when you're using an ounce of weight on there. A lot harder to reel your line. We'll step bait off again. Continue protecting on it until they get all that worm off. Using my night ball. All cover that hook because you can get just enough to get a little bit of that bait off on me. Get that hook covered. Cast so good, I almost cast far out. Check that cat. What's going on today? What's going on? He says, ooh, bites. Yeah, they're being tricky. I just got to get one to hit it hard enough to hook. And he says, hey, 7. Zabi, how you doing, Zabi? Zabi says hi. And he says, like those freshwater drums. Yeah, they could be freshwater drum. They could be those buffalo. They could be those small little blue cats. Carrie, how you doing today, Carrie? Please English in the chat if you can. Emojis are fine. See, Latonya says welcome, Debbie. See, Latonya says welcome, Carrie. And he says largemouth. And he says I'm still learning about fishing. It's a complicated. There are plenty of species that I don't even know about. Oh man, that was interesting good. Get that out of the box. That's popping on it. Missed him. I took it to about 92, 93 degrees out here, 94, 95, whatever it is. The heat index is well in the hundreds. It's hot. You're pecking on it, pick. Okay. I'm glad big ones in there. Well, not big ones, huge size. I don't want the monsters in there. I've got part of the worm as well. That looks okay again. That one thing that rip on it. Let's put more out here too, folks. Wash my fingertips off there. Get worm stuck on there. Okay, where do I want to go? Right smack dab right. A little close, not too bad. Very close to it. And about 4 or 5 inches. Wondered right at that crippling spot. Got her about there. Tim, what's going on? How you doing today, Tim? Tim says hi. Tim says hello. He says welcome in, Tim. Abby says hi, Tim. And Northern, how you doing today, Northern? Northern says hello, Mike. How you doing today, my friend? 22 people landed. And 67 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yep, we got it. Come on, guys. I know you're here. Hang it. That sucker hard enough to about knock her off the rock. about an 8 or 10 mile per hour wind today. That's why I got the wind block on you guys. I'm sure they're out there on that point too over there, but I can't fish that in that sun right now. Assuming we're still fishing, I might go over there to that point a little later on once the sun goes down a little bit more. Right now, there's no way I'm fishing that. It's probably 120 degrees out there on them rocks. Hot, hot. I want these guys to come in, so I'm not throwing this corn out very far. I threw 1 or 2 handfuls out there deep. The rest of them I've been throwing in here shallow. Hopefully they'll get the idea and move in. Trying to follow that bait from the deeper water into the shallow. Completely clean that hook off. Not a single one left. Man. That does. I'm putting on one piece of it on this thing. Yeah. I'm tired of eating all my worms. Got one little piece out there. That's getting real back here. Look out of the line. Frustrating when I cast the line on it. It's going my way. Look at that. More. Still hit a small. That'll bounce there for a second. Gas that out. Oddly enough, there's one down here in the shallow getting them. Getting a bite every once in a while, but not all that much. Why they're not in there. It says, Scott B, fishing the man. And he says, yes. Scott, what's going on? How you doing today? Scott says, Northern, my friend. How you doing today, Scott? I'm actually glad there's a breeze right now, folks. I am. It would be really freaking hot without the wind blowing. So you what? Let me get a drink of liquid right now. Folks, that I finished. It's non-caffeinated soda, folks. So. That's just doing well. Oh, stay cool inside today. I got you, my friend, and my dump butt out here in the heat. He says, hey, Scooter. Man, I might not be looking at this thing. A little lighter. Smaller amount of worm on this one as well. These guys are tearing my worms up. I thought for a minute we had a massive amount of grass carp or something in here. But, like there's little nibblers down here right now. Little nibblers. That's the big rod popping. A couple little small ones on this. They'll still hit. Hopefully I can look them on these. Pop the hooks sometimes. Both of these guys got technical. I just put one worm on him. One little worm. Look what he did. Look what he did. Actually, he didn't get much of it off. Just trying to figure the amount of worms I get. That's what I wanted. The gas is over again. I can't get her in the right spot. Folks, your boy's out, volume's down. Tom, what's going on today? Thanks for coming in, Tom. How you doing today, Tom? Tom says hi. Sorry about that, folks. That train just came out of nowhere. That train just popped up out of nowhere, folks. I'm listening pretty good, and that train just went and it was right on top of us. Here for 10 minutes, don't get a bite. They get full rod. Just pour it out. Let me get back to this guy here. Just a bite on that one, just a bite on that one. Give me as good as sharp. I didn't feel that good. Right about there. Actually, I didn't look closer than that. Tom says, doing good, Mike. How are you, Minnie? How many fish? Just one so far today, but there's a big 16-pound grass carp. I've been trying to get one of the big ones on, and I got one today. Unfortunately, we're still getting these little guys getting in our way. I put a big night crawler on, and within a minute or two, it's getting eaten off by these guys. And I'm throwing in a whole bunch of corn. You think those little blue cat stuff would eat all that corn and not worry about the worms, but they're still eating them. Look at that line. Jeez, dude. The line is like drifted all the way down, even though I cast it way over here. That's a 1 ounce weight. That shouldn't be getting pulled in right by the friggin' bank. I think get my other rod out if the other one drifts down right back over the top of it in 10 seconds. And good job. Hooked onto the stick. Still drifted right over the top of it. Casted a foot from the bank. About an ounce of weight, she's right over here again. But that's so close to the bank technically because I cast right over the top. Can't pass. Here's the bigger weight, folks. This current is ripping today. Nothing to get those small ones on there. I'll take that back while the worm's gone. I'll take that back. Already took all the worm off. Keep an eye on that rod too. It's a little lightweight, so I should be able to see him. Back to that. All over. Incredible people in, and 75 thumbs up. You guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Come on, good guys. I know you're here. Another reason why this river is so muddy, we've had a massive amount of barge traps coming down here. I've had 5 barges go down, up and down since we got here. See him, Bambi? How you doing, Bambi? Bambi says, still out. Any luck, guy? Just one, a big grass carp about 16 pounds. We're still getting bites, though. You can't hook these little stinkers yet. Andy with the thumbs up and the prayers. Sonia says, let's go. 75 likes. Let's get to 100. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Just to read. Thank you, Latanya. I appreciate that, my friend. Latanya says, subscribe, like, and share. Come on, big guy. Trying to keep a little hydrated out here. Not exactly easy when you're pouring sweat. Bigger weight, they just don't get all the way. Smaller weight drift right by and so fast. They get the bait off. No scenario right now. We do have plenty of worms left, so I'm gonna guys. I might have to get back from these guys. They might be hearing my ability to get the line. You guys know how sensitive some of these buffaloes can be. Sometimes they'll just pick it up and they'll actually feel the vibration of you talking. That's just enough to get them to not hit. I think we're gonna back off of these guys. Our worms seem to have made it to the sun part today. That's wonderful thing. All three rods are set. Let me back off these rods for a minute. It might be that they're just getting their hearing stuff. They're hearing and feeling that the vibration of you talking. Andy says, hi, Latonia. Andy says, yep, it is hot. It is definitely hot, Andy. 95, 96 degrees, heat index well into the hundreds. He says, hand up American birds. Asha, how you doing today, Asha? Asha says hi. Andy says hi. More good Valenti and 76 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Spider. The rods are set pretty good with bait out there. Hopefully we can get one. Mohammed. Mohammed, how you doing today, Mohammed? Mohammed says hi. How you doing today, Mohammed? More rod, that small one got pretty good. And Sit high. Oh, by the way, you doing okay today, Bambi? Great, thank you, sir. Awesome to hear. I got wet enough on that hook breast, but the time was flying off. Seriously, I was like soaked down to my nubby nose. When I hit that grass carpet, it was going to be, I was going to get soaking wet. And I did. One of those times I'm happy was, so hot. Gabby says, something way too late today. Like the bike slows anyway, huh? I'm not sure yet. I could hook these little stinkers to figure out what they were. Think about it. I'm kind of confident about that point spot right now, but I'm not fishing in this heat. It's 100 and some degrees out there. Probably 120 degrees out there on them rocks. So I'm not anxious to go out there and get that kind of heat frustration. Back here it's still about 90, 95 degrees, so hot enough back here. That's a big grass carpet to the surface. Well, it's too far off for me to cast it, right? Bait off on the fish. That's the problem we're having today. These smaller ones compared to our bait fish. There's some bigger fish out here, and they're hitting what we're using. It's just smaller fish are hitting it too. Usually I can hook these little stinkers and get them out of the way or feed them. They're just being I put a worm on out here, it's gone. No matter where I cast it, no matter how I hook it on there, it's gone. got one pop, just enough to knock that weight off the bottom. We're having a little trouble with the current today too. It's kind of racing a little bit harder than it has been. Ding, 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 ding. If I set the hook on that, the bait is gone. And if I don't set the hook on it, chances are the bait's gone as well. Wait, I can barely feel this reel in. Go through. All that popcorn here. Share that one. On the big rod there. Really? Right underneath the rock when I put it lifted up for a second. Yes. And that first bite we got just doubled it over and with no mistake. Listen to these guys. Playing with the bait. Kids, stop playing with your food. Eat it. do have corn, I guess. I can put corn on for a while. I'll keep skipping. We've got whatever these guys are. Get my home bait. I think I'll put a piece of corn on here. We'll stop from hitting it. Good corn too. This is the cheap stuff. Cheap corn. So. Corn and worm. Try that out here. Dude. Oh, cool, let's go. Good luck in the fishing emojis. Arnold says hi. And he says, man, I want to go back where we were that one day. That big fiddle thing, hey. Oh, yeah, down there, that greenery. I know what you're talking about, man. It's just a little too hot to be running down there. There's no shade in that spot. We get a nice cool day, I'll definitely make sure to run by there. Says Bambi. Bambi says thank you, Arnold, and bless you. He says, and Arnold says thanks. That's why I'm not fishing that point over there, Bambi. It's just too hot. It's up in the 90s right now. Heat index is well into the hundreds. If you're down on rock and stuff, it tends to reflect it even more. So you wind up like maybe 115, 120 degrees in the direct sun down there. Whenever I get a breeze coming off the rocks instead of the water, man, it feels like an oven. Family says, yeah, you're right about that. I can't wait. Me too. I'm waiting for a nice cloudy day. Hey, at least down here we're in the shade. Yeah, I'm happy about the feed already, but I wish I could get a few of these other ones to hook the little stickers. Never know what they are down here until I hook one of them. Yep, it's hot. Yuck. Got it right, Bambi. Good. It's 92 degrees in my house right now. It's 85 right down here by the water. So it's not too horrible. Like I said, every time you get a breeze coming off them rocks, man, you definitely get to remember that it's not great out here. I've got some soda here, non-caffeinated, trying to keep hydrated out here right now. You can literally walk up about 6 feet from this bank and feel the difference in temperature. The only reason why it's cooler down here is because the water's still in the 70s. 90-degree air blowing off 70-degree water. You got 80-degree air. Robert, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? It says, Bambi says, yes, sir. And still catching. Yeah, that big brassy, that was a good one. Just in the beginning of the feed. I turned her on, took the cast, put the rod down, put the other rod down, and by the time I got to that third rod, she doubled it over. More rod. Hanging on it. Maybe take it eventually. Tell you what, I could put corn on this little stinker right by the bank. If there are any carp or grass carp in here, they could be setting in here right close to the bank down here. This little Carolina rig. I don't think these blues, whatever these guys are, they don't seem to want to go after the corn. They do get fed corn down here at the granary. I think they're sick of it. We're just on. One down here. Now put our smaller rod in the middle, and that way I can cast the corn right by the bank. Sometimes these big old common carp and stuff right inside the field. That's got we're gonna try corn right here by the bank. No, night crawlers and stuff. Sometimes this will work. Like, you'll have 20 carp around. They just can't get to the bait because these little guys. Oh, that was a common. Yeah, that was corn. I was only about 5 or 6 pounds, but that came right up to the surface. Wasn't that far out. Good guy. Come over here. Here. Come on, guy. Come on, buddy. I ain't gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna show you off and get you to go home. Catch you, bring you in, show you the camera, go right back home. That looks like a peaceful job. Hang it. Rip on the corn piece. This is a bay hole. It's a little thicker than my usual hooks I use for corn. I usually use like goldies. It doesn't damage the corn up, but at the same time down here these fish are too big. I can't use gold hooks. I'll bend them out. Big rods. Put the stuff right here, big rods in the way. I'm gonna have to either cast underneath or let her float underneath. Yeah. This one's gotta go out. Come on, right out there, yeah. I remember most of where I've been casting that corn there. So, good idea that they might be coming in there a little bit shallow. I'm gonna find out. It's a good hook on there. I should be able to land a big one on that smaller rock. Right on the small rock, not too hard. Oh God, folks. I think I got him. I got him. John, what have we got? Hey, our first little baby, meow meow. Our first little kitten of the day. Yeah, finally one of these little stickers I hooked a little sucker. And you're on the thin side. These guys have been eating my worms. Man, this one has been eaten. Dude, who's been eating all those worms? Yeah, we're first little kitten of the day. Cool little kitten, folks. Meow meow. Hey, buddy. Meow meow. Meow meow. Meow. I love it, my friends. Hey, I'll take it. Second fish of the day. Taking any day of the week. Awesome fish, folks. Let's see if I can switch your hands up. Cool little guy. All right, buddy. I'll take you back. Ooh. Go tell your great grandpa how nice I was. Just drop him on the rock. And I'm like, no, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully his great grandpa back a little bit. Now, I'm only going to try to fight small rod. A medium rod. Got a small on our trails, a medium with a big spear, and our big rod, which is a crazy cat, a mad cat. Always terrible with names, so I am. Trust me, if I remember your name, you're a very, very, very good friend. I am terrible with names. I wake up in the morning and don't even remember my own name half the time. That's that psych medication I'm on. That'll land really messes with short-term memory. And you guys may or may not know, I do have schizophrenia. Do I take my medication that I take religiously? My time down here on the water is oftentimes an attribution to the fact that this river really helps my state of mind. It's quite soothing down here. You can sit down here, you can almost become almost not hypnotized by the water, the big one out there. But that water, that current, very, very, very relaxing, in fact. Plus, you know, I'm poor. I don't have an air conditioner this time of year. It's a good place to stay cool. Oh, yeah, here. Okay. Maybe says, oh, Zach, I looked it up. Tom says, thank you. One day we caught her in hiding and followed her up to our dig. He says, yeah, it's crazy. People are definitely crazy. Just a song now. Wow. Coming in a dig, but lost our sails. Down here. Catfish are what's called done spawning. Yeah, actually, Zachary, they are done spawning down here. Even the blue cat are done spawning down here. It says burrow. Sorry about that, Zach. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let me slap your butt off. It says dig. We're here and come dig out lost seals as well. It says, woo, get them. Tom says, I got a great story out of it too. Hey, that's a bonus, my friend. And he says, aw, I appreciate that, Bambi. Thank you. Bambi with the catching emoji. He says, actually not bad at all. And it was really fun. Hey, she was following you. There's a bite on corn. Another big, look at those grassies jumping out there. There's like two of them jumping simultaneously out there real deep. Says, yes, it was. The spot is still there. It was 50 years ago. Bravo says, Bambi, how are you? Bambi says, good, thank you, and blessings. 19 incredible people in and 86 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I hope you're enjoying the show. I hope you're having an awesome Monday. It's Monday, yes. Right on that far rod again. Still checking on it. Now, it might be hard for you guys to see, but I'm starting to see some grass carp come up on here. Like they're, instead of them playing around, they're hitting the surface fast. So they're, the wind has got to be attributing to them kind of being a little bit more active. I figured that little tech bite got that one off on me. That's nothing new. I know they do that constantly down here, folks. At least I'm feeding the fish. Anyway, at least I'm giving these fish a good meal. These little kittens are getting a nice good meal out of it. Alright. Back to that jack. And he says, maybe one day you'll sneak down, give it a dig. How it is though. Hard to find a place without concrete on top. Tom says, I would if I could. I'm pretty far from there. Now I know there's some good stuff there. So, critical people in and seeing 86 thumbs up on the By the way, if someone wants to put up the new pin, one blue cat and one grass carp, I'll pin that up for you guys. Here. We got corn on the middle rod. We got corn and worm on our Big Mad Cat series rod. And our far rod, we just got worm on. And, I think the town likes those old houses probably best because of all the years of garbage. Like really old dump sites, treasure mines. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you never know what people like to dump out around those old abandoned houses. Here down there is a picture frame that's just a little old or moldy or something. And give it a little work and $5,000 or something. Mold tools someone threw out these little oil TLC or fine. John says, yes, the whole town's dumb. Manny says, let's go. One of the places where I I like to dig bait sometimes, but I run out of worms in my my worm beds is around the old abandoned houses in our neighborhood. Usually you lift up a rug or a trash bag or something, there's 4 or 5 big night crawlers under it. John says, I would love to, but I'm not hiking miles anymore. Hey, get yourself one of my little portable electric scooters. $100 online, Amazon. You'll do about 15, 16 miles on a single charge. Takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours to charge. You can't be flapping your butt off. Hey, I don't blame you. Tell you what, I used to walk down here. It's about 3 miles down here from my house to here. That electric scooter makes it so much easier. Incredible people and 88 thumbs up. We just got a few more, 12 more likes to make 100, folks. See, yeah, probably safer for us anyway. Fishing with that mic. Yeah, let me come down here. I'm old enough. People don't bug me that much anymore. It's like that old, that old deer out there. It's like, nah, that's no way. That's not worth my time and energy. Old, couple birds. They're an old chicken that just yeah, don't even real royal about it. It's so tough. It'd be so tough. Like, man, just let him grow. Let him go. That's why I get paid the big tips, folks. Yep. About that corn when you throw it out on the bottom, it's just amazing. That something hit that corn too. It did, and the bottom part of that corn is gone. Something nipped on that. Oh, I saw a bite. Yeah, those big grass carp can need an entire can of corn and still. I'm not worried about. Oh, they will never stop eating. Right on that big rod. Ah. Crowds was going out there too. Might actually get it out there, dude. Maybe you don't put it out there, dude. Not unless the water is clear. It's a hard time finding it in that heavy current. Chris, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Yes, sir. Woo! Tom says, yes, and just as much fun. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. It's a hop on that. All right, again. Family says like Chris. 17 people in at the end. 88 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. How you doing today, Chris? You doing okay, my friend? It's about 95 degrees out here. It's hot. Heat index is well into the hundreds. Down on the mighty muddy Mississippi River, down in St. Louis, Missouri. The chat level, the experience on your on the thing there, always what kind of demonstrates to see how many joules. I've gotten up to 5,000 a few times. Not like back here, folks. So our signal, apparently there must be something underneath the ground here messing with the signal quality. Over there it's working fine, but over here not so much. I'm just setting a few feet from you guys. Amazing they can hit that 1 ounce weight. Probably very light. Got all that time. All right. Change of plans. I can't stay out here, but I can't shoot the pieces. But I do know the corn is setting out here for quite a time. So, messing with that. I'm relatively confident that these guys are going to hit the corn. It's going to take them a while to find me. Buffalo, Blue Cat, Gambler, Flathead. No. All those except for the Flathead and Catfish will hit corn. Blue, the Channel, the Flathead, the Grass Carp, the Common Carp, the Buffalo, they all eat corn pretty good. I just don't use it much. The worm usually is better. There's a lot more diversity with it. This is fresh stuff, but this stuff is corn. This stuff smells like corn. Rather than the stuff that you got two types of corn in Savory. They got 59 cents, $1 for 49 cents. 59-cent stuff does not smell like corn at all. Actually has like no smell at all. Now this stuff, it smells like corn. That's gonna hit the bottom, right? sit there. Line's going to be tight, and that's going to be floating right behind it. Feeling where I am. Yeah. Hard. Hard. I have not performed. This stuff's fragile. I knew I was not. That corn hit the water so hard it knocked it off. That's okay. That's this stuff cheap. $1.39 a can. And people don't realize there are different grades of corn. So it's half cooked corn too. This is just like boiled. So it's partially cooked, not cooked very much. Got some that's really cooked, all apart. You don't really want that. You want the stuff with a relatively thick skin. I gotta watch one. That's right on that edge. That should be fine. Just to get these guys feeling again, let's go a little bit more. Oh. You know how big those grass carpets got stomachs? Twice the size of this can, so guarantee it. I'm not going to be overfeeding them. See, Bambi says, I'm trying to rewind to make a label, whereas Latonia, she's really good at labels. Say it one more time, Patman. I'll make it, but I wish that y'all would. Chris says, no catfish, just bass. I would love to, but I'm not hiking, alright. Not sure what you mean, Danny. See, Tom says, he just says, yes sir, woo! And he says, yes, Chuck, you caught 2 channel cats. Awesome, my friend. And he says, like Chris. And Les, what's going on? How you doing today, Les? Says MVP. Oh, to pin it up, one grass carp and 1 blue cat. He says, oh, back crying. Tom says, how do you make a label, Bambi? Tom says, what is that? He says, all you do is say the fish he caught and he will do it. Oh, you mean pin it up on the live feed? Yeah, all you have to do is put that into the chat. Let's see, we've caught 1 grass carp and 1 blue cat. I'll pin that up for you. No time. You make it, just say the fish he caught. Mike will put your comment on label. Yep, you got it. 15 incredible people in. Let's see, and 51 thumbs up. We just went pixelated like right now, too. So let me come over here and refresh her. That is not my tablet either. We just went. Yeah, that's better. Looks like we just went pixelated for a second there, and then we were right back. Yep, that's a trick. Let's see, Bambi says, come on, Tom, say it. Okay, I got it. This is a trick. Bambi says, no, my son. Stand, he's coming. That kid got it, so. There you go, kid. Let's see, Abby says, awesome. Yeah, I can only do that from my my main phone. It won't let me do that on the backup. Abby says I did it. Abby says, hi, Abby, and blessings. 19 incredible people in it, seeing 92 thumbs up, and I swear I just fixed this. Sheesh, dude. That is like, ooh. It gets on my nerves when it goes pixelated for no dang reason. Like all stupid things, stupid cell phones, stupid electronics. Let's see. Oh, that was it. It is cool. Tom says, thanks, Bambi. Bambi with the thumbs up. And we are gonna not clear up 100%, are we? Yep, it's gonna do that, folks. She's gonna have to clear up on her own, unfortunately. She's not super bad. It's just, I think she's at 3G instead of 4G. I haven't been able to get by today. It's been, just stuck on 3G. There, now it's clear. Oh well. Now it's clear. I'll let it clear up on its own. It did. And maybe with the thumbs up. Yeah, there's sometimes that pin is changing from minute to minute down here when I'm catching fish. Man, I wish that spot over there would be clear. We are still in the sun over there. Yeah, there's a spot behind you guys. You guys know that point, that little sandy bar. She's just starting to come out. Unfortunately, she's in the sun. I am not. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And he says you too. Oh, Victor, how you doing today, Victor? Victor says hi. How you doing today, my friend? Tammy says, hi. Hi, Victor. And thank you for coming in and blessing. Eight more likes till we make it to 100, folks. It took me a while to figure out you can't give more than one thumbs up, no matter how many times you try. Actually, it's, even if you have backup accounts, they'll go away if you do that too much. Like I have 3 backup accounts, so it'll show up on the live stream until you end the stream, and then YouTube will take it away. That's if you do it too much. If you do it 2 or 3 times during the feed, it'll stay. And he says, me too, Tom. It will usually stay if you're not like overdoing it. Like you got like 8 or 10 thumbs up on 8 or 10 accounts. So 1 or 2 usually doesn't matter. Like 1 or 2 extra, it usually doesn't bother anything. That's odd, right, folks? There's all that corn out there. Never eat that corn. Guarantee it's extra grass carpet. It's full of corn. When you put it out there, look. Yep. Put that on the hook. They don't want nothing to do with it. Alright. I'm going to try to put back on apparently they are being used when it comes to we'll leave corn on 2 rods. One out there mid-range and one in here depth. One back on. Over a mile of rock. How did that happen? That's right by the bank. Wait a minute. This one's not moving much more. And here comes the big barge, folks. This one's doing about 30. And she just turned that corner. She'll be in view in about a minute here. And that's a big one, folks. And he says, but you can hit 100 likes on site all day. It helps with the W. Yeah, it does. See, double tap that screen, Tom. Tom says interested. Interesting. Seth, how you doing, my friend? Seth Johnson's in the house. Seth Johnson checked in. Says hey yo. Tom says hey Seth. My kid says hi. This says hi Tom. My kid. And Gabby says blessing Seth. Thank you for coming in. And hi, kid. It says hi, Seth. It says this ain't Mandy. Thanks for coming in. Man, that barge is moving, folks. That must be empty. Yeah, that sucker's moving faster than my scooter. See, Mandy says yes, sir. Now, my and we are trying to go pixelated on this one, folks, because guarantee you, that much iron moving across here is gonna signal towers across the river. So she just went in the way of the signal tower, waiting for a minute for her to pass by that tower. Coming into view now. That's the MVP. Good Sean, how you doing, my friend? What's this headline? Have you caught anything yet? Looks hot. Like here in Florida, 103 today. 95, but heat index is well over 100 today. I believe it's 106 with the heat index. Yep, there she goes by, folks. Once she goes by that cell tower, we'll refresh her, because you know that sucker's that much iron is gonna mess with the signal. Tom says, "Hey Mike, you'll have to take us on a ride on your scooter." Well, I might do a members only about that kind of thing, because I'm not sure what I'm gonna encounter when I'm on my scooter. You never know what you're gonna ride by. You never know when music and stuff is gonna be in the background, so you're kind of worried about it being on regular YouTube. There we go. Should be cleared up again, and we are icky, yucky, pixelated again. Yep. Nah. Come on, give me a break. And it clears up. Right. Come on. I don't want to refresh her, because every time now she's clear, right? But now I need to get the wind block on. And you know what? The battery extender's already shot, so it's much easier to get her back on there without the battery extender on there. All right, now we look good. See, Sean says, "Is this the Mississippi River?" Yeah, we're down on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River down by the arch in St. Louis, Sean. If you go about a quarter of a mile in that direction, you will reach the arch in St. Louis. Gabby's laughing her butt off. Says, "I'm in Nashville area." Says, "That's good." Sean says, "Hot there too, I bet, Seth." Oh yeah, it's hot. It's very, very hot. I can't believe they will not get corn out here. It's amazing all the grass carp and stuff down here. The grass carp, common carp, all these other species, they will not cut corn. I guess because they can't find it in the grass. This muddy old freaking water, man, they can't find it. They know they're eating it. When I throw a couple of handfuls in, guarantee it, they start feeding. They can't find stuff out here. Let's go back to worms. Look at that crap. That bait. That corn's gone. On this one, that corn's gone. I had corn sprung on this one too, and that corn's gone. why you don't walk in your barefoot down here, folks. Lots of stuff. Now, mind you, the majority of them have been smoothened quite a bit by the current over the years, but still, there's bound to be a couple stone spots on this thing. The last thing we want to do is cut the foot open down here on the river. You're talking Texas shot times 10. This one's going to be cut right by the bank. I didn't cut up. I can't fight that. Alright, some big carbon stuff could be in here shallow anyway. I'm going to put one back on our I know that can of corn got me that grass stuff, so I can't complain about not actually testing anything on corn. Because yesterday we came down here with no corn, and guess what? Yes, they were smacking the surface going through. We're not hitting that bait unless you got some food to feed us beforehand. Today, yeah, I got one good one, so I can't complain about that. Like every time I bring a can of corn down here, I catch at least one good fish. And I'll tell you something, folks, we might try on the other side over there, the other side of those blocks tomorrow. It's all shaded on that shoreline, but it's the rocky shoreline. It's tough to fish. Well, it's tough for me. It's tough on the ankles. There's a good little spot over there. It's deep, it's snaggy. Deep, snaggy, deep. Did I mention it's deep? It's not getting any funnier, is it, folks? You don't know about that type of humor in the other kids until you try it. That was not getting any funnier. That was a whack whack. Right. Oh yeah. What it does is it sound like that. The line goes back around, back. Well, rods are back out with worms, folks. Let's see if we can. We'll work with one of these guys and hitting for the evening down here. Our tablet just died, didn't it? Yeah, no battery. Well, I haven't had time to charge. That tablet actually takes a heck of a lot longer to charge than my dang scooter does. So my scooter takes an hour and a half to charge. That tablet takes about 8 hours to charge. I got a good charger, so let me come over to you guys and match the capture with that. I gotta get my back here. Now this is where Mr. Snaky was sitting yesterday. Oh, hi, buddy. He's still sitting there too. That must be his like home. His little cul-de-sac. He likes it back here. See, double lenses in. The way we can read this chat. Ah, there goes all my battery chargers out of the bag. Let's see. Boy, I missed some chat here, didn't I? I'm trying to find where I was, folks. This wasn't set. Out there too, I bet set. Oh, I got here. Let's see, son says, LOL, pull my weeds up at night. That's actually a pretty good idea. Don't do any yard work this time of this stuff out here. See, Tom says 85, and I'm halfway between San Francisco and Sacramento. Sometimes it's the altitude. The higher you are, sometimes the cooler you can be. See, Bambi says, I'm certain too. It's friggin' hot. I was trimming bamboo. It's 1,000 degrees. Betsy Kid says 93 here. Feels like 106. That's about what we've got. It's a little less humid, so we're a little warmer, but a little less humidity. Bambi says, looks pretty cool under that tree. Seth says, retracted message. Bambi's laughing her butt off. Kick is laughing his butt off. Seth says, sorry guys, LOL. Seth says, typo. No worries. You know how many times I've just been banned from chats for typos? It says, I looked it up and it said help. And he says, who are you running from, Seth? Seth says, oh well, Bambi's laughing her butt off. Kid's laughing his butt off. Says, I know, right, Bambi? My thoughts exactly. Sean says, is this the Mississippi River salty at all there, Mike? Yeah, she is quite salty. Yeah, she's, we call it, pretty brackish down here. We've had a few people catch bull sharks down here. Says, I'm afraid to touch anything on this phone. It does what it wants. This says, same here, Tom. Bambi with a thumbs up. Tom says, Touchy is my wife. Good. I did not need to know that. Let's see, Bambi says, holy cow, 99, y'all. Let's see, Bambi's laughing her butt off. And John says, 100% humidity here. Sheesh. Boy, I'm so sorry, my friend. Let's see, Green River. How you doing today, Green River? Green River says howdy. Seth says, hey, Green River. Yes, sir, we've got 17 people in and 98 thumbs up. Bambi says howdy, Green. All right, I think I had a bite on that far rod. Stop. I set my caught death on my back. The bite. Yep, I thought I had a bite. Man, if it wasn't earlier, folks. Oh, man. Do I do it? That is a small freshwater drum, folks. That's our third fish of the day. This is actually smaller than I even use for bait usually. Jeez. Yikes, dude. Yeah, a 2-pound flathead could eat this whole. Sheesh. Look at that little guy. I don't have the heart. I should cut him up. I'm not going to do it. That's too late today. Little guy, folks. That is a small. That's about a 1/16 of a pound. Yeah, that is a little thinker. That's a little even for me, folks. Check this guy in here close, folks. Look at that little guy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Who don't like drum? I love these guys. I don't have the heart, folks. I just put him out there with my big rod, but I'm not going to. But, thank you. Thank you. So, we caught 3 fish today. Woohoo! I'm happy. I couldn't do it, folks. It's too late in the day to cut them off. If it had been earlier in the day, I'd have said, yeah, sure, but for just another little bit of time to fish, nah, not worth it. We'll We'll save it for another trip. Let it go free today, so we can use them again tomorrow. Oh, man, that's great right there. Really been tied up. I'm not gonna. I thought I had a fish on there. I thought it was stuck on the bottom that was so small. When I lifted it up, I figured I just had grass on there. Nope. That was a fish, Michael. Oh, boy. Hi, me folks. Hi. Oh, I hope you guys are enjoying the show, my friends. Hope you're having an awesome day. I think this one's ready to go. Where did I have that cat? Hey, a fish is a fish, folks, but that was not much of a fish. It was okay. That wasn't perfect bait size, so it wasn't friggin' like 2 hours into the friggin' feed. What are you gonna do, folks? Ah, boy. Let's see. Bambi says howdy, Green. Green says howdy, everyone. Says hi. Bambi says I know. He loves me. Sean says afternoon. Rain everywhere. Single day here. This time of the year, just like clockwork. Bambi says yep. Woo. Bambi says oh, laughing with the heart emojis. Yeah, he was a cool little guy. It sure is a good looking drum, really clean. Oh yeah, it's one of the reasons why they work good for bait down here. We're just starting to get the skipjack to come back. The water's gotten a little less polluted over the last couple of years, so fish have been cleaning up nicely. Let's see, says a feisty little drum there, MVP. Let's see, Tom says one more for 100. So, well, I've got 18 people and let's see, a 98 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Says for retracted message. Says woo, 100 likes. Up, yeah, we just made it, folks. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. There's a bite on the far rod. I keep backing on it. I saw you back on. Enough the bites that we're going to get right by the bank over here. Earlier, it stopped. a little better thing here in the shallow. Back. He was popping on it too. They're not committing today for the most part. Getting a few to commit, but not many. Ow! There went a rock. Ooh, my butt. My cow. Ooh. Ow, 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 ooh. That's right in that little bony part. Ow! That was not good. Ouchie. And Steph, hi, thank you so much for that super sticker, my friend. That's a $5 super sticker. Awesome, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 89 Steph with the, let's get some WWs in the chat, my friends. Ooh, honestly, that hurt. Woohoo. See 17 incredible people still in. Kid's laughing his butt off. Bambi says, who let the dogs out? And see, Bambi's laughing her butt off. Seth's laughing his butt off. Boy, no one's gonna have any butt to laugh off. Seth's laughing his butt off. Still, Bambi's laughing his butt off. See, Bambi says, to be a kid again. Seth says, I was a kid back in the 80s. I was a kid yesterday. Or maybe it was back in the 70s. I can't remember. See, Bambi says, nice 89. Bambi says, even better, Seth. 89 says, no worries. Hoping you catch a big one, buddy. Thank you, my friend. We actually got one grass carp over 16 pounds today. One small blue cat and one small freshwater drum as well. Let's see, Jag. How you doing, Jag? Jag says, aha. It says with the yellow well. He says, hey, me. And Jag says, yo. And he says, hey, me. And thanks for coming in. Ooh, seriously, folks, I hit, you know the little, I don't want to say the particular, what that area is called, but ow, that hurt. I see Jag says, no problem, Bambi. Steph says, nice, Mike. Wish we had saltwater fish like in the UK. This is actually brackish water, but it's because of the amount of salt that comes down from the streets and stuff. You know, they got a lot of salt, and that takes, well, it soaks into the ground, and that stuff, it just continuously keeps the water just a little bit brackish. That's pretty common in a big metropolitan city. See, Jag says, any carp? Yeah, one grass carp so far today. One about 16 pounds. No regular common carp. I've seen a few hitting the surface. But as the water gets lower down here, they'll start getting more and more concentrated, and I'll be able to get these guys. Now, right now, they're a little spread out still, so. And who do we have here? And Ray, how you doing, Ray? Thanks for coming in, my friend. And Mac. Mac says, what fish are you catching? We've got 3 species today. Grass carp, buffalo, and blue cat. Bambi says, thank you and me. Seth says, hey, Ray. Seth says, hey, Mac. Seth says, hey, said. See, Ray says, yo, guys. Bambi says, hi, Mike. Thank you for coming in, and blessings. Train folks, earbuds out and volumes down. We're just gonna have to wait a minute for this to go by. Choo-choo! Yep. That's gas. Needs an Alka-Seltzer. Poor train's got a stomach flu. All right. I thought you might like to see that. Let's see, Trust, what's going on? How you doing today? Trust says, nice place to fish. That's very quiet. Even down here in the hot summer, we can still get a little bit cool. Trust says hi. Let's see, Seth says, hey, Trust. Bambi says, Ray, looking good and nice. See, Bambi says, Trust, definitely blessing to you too, and thank you. Seth says, oh, choo-choo. Bambi says, the train. See, Tom says, we used to chase those as kids. Woof, woof. Meow. See, Seth says, LOL. And Seth says, help. Seth says, I'm coming, Seth. Seth says, oh, boy. Seth's laughing his butt off. Seth says, woof. And Gavin, how you doing today, Gavin? Gavin says, hi, MVP. Seth says, LOL. And Seth with the wolf. Meow. 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 He says, hey, Gavin. And thank you for coming in, and blessings. And Smarty Pants. How you doing, Smarty Pants? Smarty Pants says this. Kevin says, I'm okay. How are you, sir? Doing okay, my friend. It's actually relatively, compared to the city, it's like 96 degrees, 8 feet to our left. It's just about 85, 86 degrees down here. We've caught one nice grass carp, a blue cat, and a drum so far today. Tom says, get that kitty, Mike. Meow. Here, kitty. Nice kitty. Meow. Ooh, sorry, buddy. What's wrong with that cat? Let's see, Smarty says, good. How about you? Doing okay, my friend. Having fun out here. That's a bite on the middle rod. Dang it. Are you going to hit it or not? Okay. Says, oh, well. Bambi's laughing her butt off, and Smarty says, thank you. You're very welcome, my friend. Oh, you're getting a bite on that middle rod. Don't hit the people. Oh, ow. Don't flip over on me, Bale. Bale, malfunctioning. Come on, buddy. Big man. Big man. What we got? That's a better freshwater drum, folks. $9.5, 2 pounds. That's all I saw that rod while bouncing. That's about 2 pounds, folks. Hey, I like it, folks. That's awesome, folks. Come here, buddy. Ow, dude, seriously, give it a break. Let me show you off to YouTube, and then you can go back home and do drum things, whatever drum things do. What do drum do? Cool fish, folks. So that's our fourth fish of the day. 2 freshwater drum, a blue cat, and a big old brassy. Yeah, that was in super shallow, folks. That was in like maybe 2.5, 3 feet of water right by the bank. Cool guy. Ah, that's a beautiful one there. Check out these silvers, folks. These gorgeous silver colors on this guy. Beautiful guy. Yeah, if you wanted to keep one home to eat, this would be it. That's perfect pan size. Gotta love it, my friends. Gotta love it. Get in a close-up for you guys. Yeah, he's not happy. I told you. I will let you go. Let me go right now. Hang on a sec. Sheesh. Patience, bro. What am I gonna do? Gotta love it. I caught him one more time. Let's get the hook out of him and get him back in the water. Let's see, where you got the hook? Feels like right top of the crusher. So, pop that out and pull that out. Good to go. No muss, no fuss, no blood. All right, buddy. Appreciate it. Awesome fish, folks. Oh, man. This has gotten fun, folks. It has. It's either that or the heat frustration kicking in. Oh, boy. Oh, my Lord. All right, let me get this rod back out. Let me get this rod back out, and I'll get back into the chat. Yeah, that's our little 6-pound test, so I had to... Our bail clicked over when I set the hook. I was panicking. I'm like, dude, my first good fish in like an hour, and the stupid thing's gonna stop it, stop it, stop it. And it finally did. Yikes. How did that happen? That once. That twice. There. And we're out. Alright, we got it picked up. We're back on here. Still isn't covering that all the way. Alright, that's good, folks. That rod hole right there. So cancel that. Right about 5-6 feet out. Alright, back into that chat. You guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Hope you're having an awesome, awesome Monday. The 21 incredible people and 106 thumbs up. Let's see, says I think the heat is getting to us all, MVP. That's very possible. You're here, right here. Oh boy. Let's see, Neil, what's going on? How you doing today? Neil says, me no. Let's see, Tom's laughing his butt off. Seth says, hey. Baby says, woo. Smarty Pants says, nice fish, man. Tom says, good one, Mike. Neva says, carp. Actually, that was a freshwater drum. Bambi says, woo. Seth says, hey, Neil. Bambi says, nice. Thank you, my friend. And eggs. How you doing at eggs? Egg says, I'm going to eat that fish. Well, he's that way now, so... Might want to start swimming. Let's see, Smarty says, oh, well, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Actually, I'm not. The water's actually pretty cool down here. It's like 95 degrees. So it says, hey, egg. It says, that grass carp and that one blue cat caught today. You're actually, let's see. If you want me to pin that, it's got to be, one grass carp, 2 freshwater, well, just say 1 grass carp, 2 drum, and a blue cat. So whatever you want to do, like 1 grass carp, 1 blue cat, and 2 drum. Tom says eggs. Hi, and thank you for coming in. All right, that's a lovely size of fish. And Kid says hi. Seth says hey, Kid. Kid says, hey, Seth. Yeah, if you want me to pin that, okay. 1 grass carp, 1 blue cat, and 2 freshwater drum. Or drum, if you just want to call them. 2 drum. Up, you got it. That. There you go. And look, quick. Gotta be quick on this one. It's a passenger train. These are real quick. Yeah, these only take a second to go by. There's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and she's passed. There's the caboose. Not that caboose, the other, that type of caboose. Get your head out of the gutter, folks. All right, looking good. All right, we've been in, wow. I'm surprised we've been in that this long. See, Seth says, hey now MVP, LOL. Hope I didn't make you hurt too much, Seth. I started laughing the other day on one of my live feeds. Man, it started. My chest hurt for like 3 hours afterwards. The kid says, hello, Bam. Bam says, hi, kid. Seth says, LOL, laugh out loud. I know what that means. I know what that means. It's just I don't. LOL's easier. I'm an old guy. And our shoreline down there is finally shaded. Oh, boy. I'm finally starting to get bites down here. Yeah, heck with it. Hitting down here. I'm going to stay here. Let's see. Bambi says, thank you and blessings. Bambi says, I know. Yeah, them hashtags all things don't make no daggone sense to this old whippersnapper. Oh boy. Let's see. All right, let's keep up with these guys down here. I'm keeping my eyes on them rods, folks. Trust me. Those 2 far rods seem to be getting hit. Let's see. Woo, don't be mean. Double tap that screen. Says woof. Meow. Hiss, meow, meow, meow. Says LOL. Let's see. Bambi's laughing her butt off again. Don't get Bambi started again, please. Oh boy, what am I gonna do with you guys? Oh look, it's Mr. Snakey again out here. I did a short feed about that snake. He's got a home underneath, right to our left. He just keeps sticking his head out every once in a while going, MVP, I smell you. Get away, you're too close. What time is it, folks? You would thinker, why'd you have to do that? That's almost 3 o'clock. Well, I started this feed around 11. Interesting. See, kid says, hi, kid. Nobel, like your name. Nobel, like your name. Says, LOL. Bambi's laughing her butt off. Now she's done. Yeah, we've lost Bambi again. Yeah. Yeah, we lost Bambi again, folks. Just breathe, Bambi. Breathe. In and out, short, slow breaths. Kid says, hey kid, I like your name too. Kid's laughing his butt off. Kid's laughing his butt off as well. Says, shouting. Oh boy. I'm out of liquids. Shoot. The last of my soda. There's another bite down there. Dang. Let's check the rods out. There's a bite down there. Got 4 rods. Good right there. One go down below. Folks, let me get these rods back out and I'll get back to that chat. That's what I knew. I still had a few nice rolls up here. Let me get all my red ones. Got worms left, so I just gotta pick them out. No, if you don't bring more soil than required down here, they're all gonna die. That was me, I think. That wasn't either. I thought that was me bouncing that rod. I could have bounced that, I guess. I'm gonna have to check. Still got a few worms here. Don't worry. That was a bite. Okay. Bouncing pretty hard there. Like that night crawler I had left. Probably try to get the end of the worm off track of it. I got it away from it before it gets the whole worm off. Back. I think it's going to be much longer, folks. We're about out of worms, so. Yeah, it took me forever to feed those little blue cat. Finally start getting some other fish down here. I went through probably 70 worms just to feed them little buggers today. NJ, what's going on? How you doing today, my friend? NJ says MVP. MB Piston. MB Piston. Okay, that's a new one. How you doing today, MB? How you doing today, Mark? What's up? Let's see, we caught one big grass carp, 2 freshwater drum, and a blue cat so far today. NJ with the cool emojis, fish ons. Says hey NJ. NJ says hey Seth. And kid says hi NJ. And he says NJ in green. Looking mean. Tell you what, NJ. There you go, buddy. Now you're back in blue. Let's see, kid says hi, and Jay says hi. Kicking Nobel. And Jay says, look at that muddy river. Yep, we've had a ton of barge traffic. See, there goes another one across the river. She's never going to clear up until these barges, it gets a little lower, and they'll stop running as many barges up and down river. Because they won't be able to keep them in. Let's see, Bambi says 111. Woo and lucky. Let's see, kid's laughing his butt off. You're always laughing your butt off, kid. How do you got any butt to laugh off anymore? You keep the, oh boy. Let's see, 18 incredible people and 112 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I hope you're enjoying the show today. Yeah, we're about out of worms, so. We do have corn left, but they don't seem to be hitting corn, so. I don't know. Let's see, Seth's crying. I'm sorry, Seth. Yeah, those little blue cat ate us out of house and home. We finally fed the suckers, I guess. They ate enough bait. Unfortunately, that's kind of the way it is sometimes down here. You've got so many little ones around. You can't get through to get to the bigger ones. All right, we've been in about 3 hours and 23 minutes, folks. So we're going to give it probably another 7 minutes, make her 3 hours and 30 minutes. And seeing Wild. How you doing, Wild? Wild, let's go. Let's see, Seth says, hey, Wild. Let's see, Bambi says, don't cry, Seth. You make me sad. Did they catch you? See, Wild says, I'm doing good today. Awesome to hear, my friend. Seth says, help. Help. We need to help Seth. See, Bambi says, hey, wish the blessings. And thank you for coming in. Bambi with a shout out. And we just got about 6 more minutes to make it to 3 hours and 30 minutes today, folks. And I'm down to my last 2 or 3 worms, so. Yeah, those little blues, they ate us out of house and home today. They kept on eating them and eating them and eating them and eating them and eating them. And finally, I must have fed the little stinkers. But unfortunately, now that I've fed them, now the fish start catching. I start catching the fish, too. I don't have the little fish in the way anymore. Yeah, I didn't mess up my shirt too bad on that guy, because I kind of did. That's this one's back to the laundry again. I swear, these shirts are only good for 1 day down here on the river, and then I gotta wash them. 1 day! That's all it takes. It takes days. The other rod. Yeah, it's the only way I can take this heat in the city is without an air conditioner, is to come down here and fish down on the river. So I'll be there as soon as I finish my sandwich, Seth. Don't you believe it? So it says LOL, Tom. He says no worries. Tom's laughing his butt off. Now you got Tom laughing his butt off again. Tom and Bambi keep laughing their butts off, so they're not going to have any... Oh, boy. Let's see, Bambi with the heart emojis, the smiling emojis, and the cool emojis. So it says I'm eating as well a Firehouse sub. I hate you, Seth. I love Firehouse subs. So it says yummy. Save me a piece, please. Please, 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 please. Save me a little piece. Let's see, Bambi says, mmm. With extra ketchup. Let's see, Bambi says, cold yum. It says Firehouse and great pickles. Ooh, man. Ah, you got me drooling. Just 2 minutes and I can go get myself something to eat. I think I got enough for on my PayPal to go get some wedges and some fries. I think I got enough. He says zing to him. Bambi with a thumbs up. At 3 hours, 29 minutes, and 15 seconds. Seth did it. He got me hungry. Now I gotta go get myself something to eat. Man, that's it. That ain't right, Seth. You know I'm down here on the daggone river. I ain't got nothing to eat but fish, and I ain't gonna catch it and cook them. Now I'm going to have to go get something to eat. Why would you do that, Seth? Why? He says it's my bad. Oh, okay. I'll let it go this time. He says, so sorry, buddy. You can mail me a piece. Please don't mail me a piece. Please don't. Because by the time you get here, you know what it's going to be. Ew. All right, we are at 3 hours and 30 minutes, my friends. Let's see, says sounds good, MVP. All right, I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. It's 3 hours, 30 minutes in, and we caught some decent amount of fish today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Spent some time out here in the heat with you guys. Relaxed out here. Thank you, Bambi. Thank you, Seth. Thank all my moderators, everyone for coming in. Again, if you're still in NJ, thank you for dropping by, dropping that thumbs up. And I appreciate that that super sticker, my friends. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm just going to have my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your Monday. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.